What's up, everybody? This is Tilla from, I forgot where I'm from. I'm from Chicago. Um, and today we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be talking with a young lady who's also a Christian. And today we're kind of gonna go in the mind of the youth, I guess. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're talking to Miss Crafty Paris.
I am
Say
Crafty
what's up.
Paris. I'm a YouTuber with a gaming channel. I'm a follower of Christ.
Yes, yes, sir. Okay. So first of all, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I just woke up.
You just woke up?
Um,
Same.
um,
Not too long ago, but I woke up.
I'm pretty tired, a little
Same.
bit, kind of, but I have to do something today. I gotta fix my dad's car.
Oh yeah?
His brakes went down or went out or did something. I don't know what it did, but I have to fix it. So I have a long day. So okay, let's get into it. Miss, I can call you Miss, right? Miss Paris.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Okay, Miss Paris. Miss Paris, how did you start following Christ?
I started following Christ back in 2013. My father was the first one to introduce Christianity to me. My
Hmm.
father has been a Christian since his late teenager years, so yes.
So, what makes you believe in God instead of what others believe? Other teenagers pretty much believe who are in school. Like they believe in the Big Bang Theory and evolution. What sets God apart for you? What,
Common sense.
common sense? Okay.
Let me explain. I believe that the Big Bang Theory is a complete fairy tale. Nothing does not explode to be something.
Right.
That's just. No. That is why I believe there is a creator who created
Mhm.
everything. You don't get something from nothing. It's just simple. You don't get something out of nothing. Just.
Right. I've actually been talking with a lot of atheists lately, and they have some really weird beliefs, and you have to make a lot of assumptions in order for that belief to be true. And like the most basic, I guess, the most basic question in life, like where did life really come from? Did life come from non-life, or did life come from life? I mean, that's a basic question that a lot of atheists don't really know how to answer, I guess. And so, yeah, I agree with you. It is common sense.
Yeah, completely common sense. It's just nothing does not explode to be something. How's that? How's that possible? Uh,
Right.
how? There is a creator. Either you believe it or not, but it's
Mhm.
nonsense. It's complete nonsense how people believe the Big Bang Theory. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and really no offense to the atheists out there. We're not trying to offend anybody, but we're just trying to get answers from you guys. But anyway, as a young person, as a young Christian, I guess what do you think is like the biggest distraction for you?
Social media. I
Okay.
say that
Okay.
because let's just face it. Everyone likes going on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and etc. A lot of people are addicted and live their lives not in reality, but on social media platforms. I think it's a big problem amongst teenagers. Don't you think?
Yeah,
Don't
I
you?
I I agree. I mean, I'm not a teenager anymore. My teenage years are long gone, but I'm still like social media is still a distraction for me
Oh
a
yeah,
lot of times.
everyone gets distracted by social media, no matter
Yeah.
what, because it's like a fun thing to go on. You like to go check out what's new, what's trending, and etc. But
Right.
yeah, and also another thing I want to add to that, it's the lack of commitment on our part.
Hmm.
We all have time for football, musically, makeup tutorials on YouTube, video games, and etc. But we don't have time to read the Bible, pray to God, or even go to church?
Right.
Oh, wait. You don't have time to pray to God, not even read the Bible, or even go to church? That just. Do you see
Well,
what
I mean,
I'm saying?
I have time to do all that. I don't know about everybody else.
But that's like the lack of commitment. You see, like you're
Right.
distracted by social media, or you're distracted by school, different
Yeah.
things like that. Like just it's it just distracts you, and you
Yeah.
can't get to the point where you want to. And yeah, lack of commitment is like the biggest thing. I've like sometimes always just be like, oh, I'll read the Bible maybe tomorrow, things like that. And it's not a good thing. Like, I shouldn't be doing that at all.
Yeah, sometimes like when I read the Bible on my phone, I do get a lot of distractions because I get a lot of notifications and things like that, and so I try to read the Bible more, like the actual Bible more, the physical Bible more than the actual phone. And I think that's a way where you can kind of eliminate the distraction.
Yeah.
Just turn the phone off or whatever. But yeah, I think yeah, social media, I think for a lot of people, it's a distraction because there's so many things going on in the world that is accumulated in this one in a phone or the computer, that you have a choice, but it's kind of hard for you to not be distracted with social media.
Yeah, and I want to add to the reading the Bible or praying to God or even going to church, but really the truth is we can't be bothered. It's
Right.
we can't be bothered. It's not that we don't have time, but we don't make time. Let's say that you meet a girl or a guy that you really like and you want to get to know them and potentially ask them out. You're going to have to spend time with them. In order to do
Right.
that, you're going to have to invest time and effort to get to know them. You have
Exactly.
to spend time with them. The point is, it is the same way with God. If you if you want to get to know God, you need to spend time with him.
Right. Yeah, and I believe that God has done enough. You know what I mean? Like, God has done enough for us to be attracted to him.
Yeah.
Jesus
100%.
Jesus said that when the Son of Man be lifted up, I will draw all men unto me, and that should be enough for us to be attracted to him. Jesus Christ is attractive enough for us to want to get to know more about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand.
So as far as like Bible study goes, I know you mentioned like studying the Bible and not being distracted when you're studying the Bible. Have there ever been a time where there was a question that you want answered and you prayed for, like say that like some kind of Bible doctrine or whatever that you're not understanding, and you prayed for and God actually answered it for you?
Yes, I have asked questions, and I believe that God always provides an answer. Most
Okay.
believers already know this, but God does not answer point blank. You understand what I mean? He
Right.
may provide the answer through your pastor, through your friends, or even the next verse in your Bible. When we ask a question to God, we have to be attentive to
Right.
recognize the answer.
I do this a lot. I have a lot of questions, and sometimes I forget to ask God, and I forget to open the Bible and try to figure out what the answer is. And a lot of times I do have questions where He doesn't answer it immediately, but through Bible study, he kind of directs me where to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's amazing how that works, where he kind of doesn't want you, he kind of doesn't just tell you, he wants you to figure it out on your own, and he'll guide you through the process, and especially with Bible study and things like that. And that's why I think it's also important not to be distracted with social media. You know what I mean?
Yeah, social media just grabs you. It's so like attractive to you. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it better than that. It's so I want to get back on my phone, go look at that video that I
Right.
watched a couple of days ago, and things like that just like make you want to go back on it. And it's such like a bad thing to go back on, because you're always like wanting to read the Bible or going to church or things like that, but you just don't make the time. It's the lack of commitment, like I said before.
So do you think every young person, like, do you think every young person is distracted by social media or some form of social media?
No, not everyone is distracted by social media. Everyone has their own thing that they're distracted by. Pick your poison,
Okay.
or whatever you'd like to say. Pick your cup of tea.
Yeah, but I think social media is like for me is like the biggest distraction, and I think for a lot of people, is the biggest distraction.
Yeah,
But
like, you know, older people, like, may not just like look on social media. They may
Yeah.
just like, oh, let's knit, or things like that. That's like a way to distract yourself, because kneading may be fun.
Right.
or things like
My
that. Just simple things like that.
my grandma is actually a big social media.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's on Facebook all the time because she just got here from she just got here like 3 months ago from the Philippines, and she
Oh,
wants to get in touch with people from the Philippines, and so she'll ask me all the time, can you do this on my phone or whatever? I'm trying to contact people from Facebook or whatever, and so she's a big social media
that's funny.
social media geek.
I have a grandma who has an iPhone as well.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really like going on. She still doesn't like going on her phone. She likes to knit. She's always knitting, and it's
Okay.
so cool how she knits. Like she like takes the time. She's made sweaters, things like that for
Hats.
me. Oh, hats. Oh yeah, she made socks for me as well.
Nice.
She made several things, and that's like a way of distraction. You see me, what I mean, for like that
Right.
example of what people can get distracted by. So
Yeah. Can I get some socks though? I need some socks
you
for the
need some
winter.
socks. You need some socks. Yeah.
What do you think is a good way to prevent distractions when it's time to like focus on God and focus on Bible study?
You know, this is super simple. If you're distracted by social media, then turn your phone, computers off. If you're distracted by your boyfriend or girlfriend, don't have them around when you're trying to read the Bible. Simple things like this will help you out in so many major ways.
Hmm.
It's easier to study in a group though. It's so
Right.
easy to study in a group setting. It
Right.
makes you accountable.
Right.
Don't you agree with that? I
Yeah, I
honestly,
agree.
I really like, reading the Bible with people. Like I don't like going alone because I get distracted. I'm like, oh, whoa.
What
That's
was
my
that?
phone. There goes my phone. It's okay. You don't
There
have
it
to
is.
get it.
Someone throw-
I was trying to grab my phone and give it an example with my phone, and it
you got
fell off my
distracted.
hand.
You actually grabbed it or someone threw it at you?
No, I tried to grab it and it fell off my hand.
Oh, I thought someone threw it at you.
Okay, we're gonna use an LED
Oh,
light
okay.
phone, just like an example of a phone. You want to see what's next on the social media, like what's
Right.
trending, what's things like that. Simple things like that will just get you distracted. Or what's next for dinner, or things like that will just be like, oh yeah, let's not read the Bible right now if you're alone.
Right.
But when you're with a group, it's so much easier and better
Right.
for you. You're better off getting a group and studying with them and
Right.
actually take the time to say what you think about this part of the Bible and things like that. So,
Yeah, I believe that that's a good point. When Jesus said, "When two or more are gathered in my name, there will I be in the midst of them." That means He's going to be in the middle of that. So, if I think it's a good way to study the Bible is to do it with someone or with a group. Not too big, I guess. Not
yeah.
too big of a group, but with 2 or 3 people,
Yeah.
is good because it keeps things more interesting. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
100%. Because, like, what in the world is going on? Because I just gotta say that my friends, like, I see them. I go to their house all the time. And what I see is them reading the Bible. And then when I come in, just coming in, they stop reading the Bible. So I just interrupted them. So a great way is to grab my Bible and their Bible and start reading
hmm.
together. Yeah, together is like so much better. So yeah, now I'm repeating, but yeah, you see what I mean? I 100% think it's so much better.
Yeah, and it makes it, and I think a lot of times when maybe 2 or 3 heads are better than one. So if someone has a different perspective than you, and they can add into the Bible study, and I think that's a very good way to cover a lot of subjects or a lot of I guess a lot of knowledge in just one session of Bible study. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's all the questions I have for you. Do you have any questions for me?
When did you start believing?
When did I start believing?
Yeah.
I started believing after I actually knew the truth for like 8 or 9 years, but I didn't act on it. Like I didn't get baptized until 3 years ago. 3 years ago, because there was one incident, or there was one event in my life where I thought I was gonna die.
Oh.
I was hanging around with nothing but really, really bad people, and yeah, pretty much like a lot of gangbangers I was hanging around with, and one night I get this this message like at 3 a.m. in the morning. Okay, so I get this message at 3 a.m. in the morning, not from like not from anybody on the phone or anything like that, but like someone was speaking to me, right, saying, "Look, if you keep doing this, you're gonna die."
Oh.
And so I got like a panic attack, like I got an anxiety attack, because I don't know what was going on. I didn't know who was speaking to me or whatever, and that was kind of weird. But I believe that it was God who spoke to me, saying, "Look, if you keep doing this, you're gonna die," and you know what I mean, like.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I was praying. I was like, so what do I do? Like this is like my first time praying sincerely in my entire life. This is my first time praying sincerely, because a lot of times I'd pray for, like, say if I see a car, I'll be like, God, help me get this car or whatever, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this time it's like I'm praying for my life now. So I was like, what would you want me to do? And then I get the same voice saying, spread the gospel, spread the gospel, spread the gospel. And that was it.
Oh.
And the voice left. And so yeah, it calmed me down. Like my anxiety attack calmed down. And from that point of my life, I made a commitment to spread the gospel, and that's what I'm doing right now, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so after that I'm like, man, that has to be God. You know what I mean? Like, who else could it be? That has to be God. And so after that point, I started this video ministry, and I started spreading the gospel. I think that's all the time we have left.
Yeah.
Because I have to go do my dad's car now.
Go do your dad's car. All right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
But it's okay. You know, it's okay.
All right.
But anyway, thank you guys. Thank you, Miss Paris,
No problem.
for joining.
Thank you.
And for you guys who are staying tuned, if any of you guys want to do like an interview or whatever with me, or be on this show, I guess Paris is the first one to do this with me.
Yay! I am the first one. Yay!
So if anybody wants to do, like an interview type of thing, video with me, let me know. Comment down below or message me or whatever. And yeah, today this is a successful video. So peace out, everybody. Say bye, Paris.
Bye.
And I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, if I'm not busy.
If I'm not busy. I thought you were gonna say not.
But okay. Thank you guys. Peace out. Praise God always. And I'll see you guys next time.